Yes. Okay, 1 3/4 cup of butter. How much butter in a pound?
4 cups. For 1 cup. www.google.com.
Yep. Okay, how many sticks in here?
Well, I thought 4.
And each stick is?
A half
Yeah.
cup.
So that's how many cups?
2.
Half a teaspoon. Yes, 2 1/4 teaspoons, right?
Don't start.
You want to start on
Don't
fractions?
start.
Fractions are fun, Jack.
Fractions are fun.
Fractions are important.
Butter is bad for you?
I think butter is, well, I don't think it's bad for you. I think you have to watch your consumption of it, but it's definitely better than margarine because margarine is a few steps short of being linoleum. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know
They
that.
make linoleum by taking an oil product and heating it and homogenizing it so much that it becomes linoleum. And margarine is really bad for you. Butter is natural. It comes from cows. It's okay. It's 11 grams per tablespoon of fat, so you can measure how much you're eating during the day, and it's natural. So
Am I trying to smush the butter to nothingness, or?
what you're trying to do is incorporate the butter into the flour.
Okay.
So that you've got, what you're going to end up with is a mixture that looks a lot like cornmeal. So there won't be obvious lumps of butter in it. It'll all be incorporated. But
So-
it will not be
Smooth.
yeah.
So, is it true that, like, the students always get the hardest jobs? Pretty much.
The students know. No,
It's not smooth. But with a food processor, you would put it, like, on pulse or
oh
something?
man, I
and-
put it on pulse and it'd be done.
How am I doing over here?
I was going to just check and see. This is not what you want it to look like.
Okay.
However, since it does look like that, I think it's because it has so much butter in it
Yeah.
that, you know, it's going to be hard to get it crispy. And since we were going to form it into a ball anyway, there you go. We'll go with it.
So you would say my first attempt at making a Gillette sort of,
Yeah, but I don't think it's your fault. I think it's because of the amount of butter that was in this.
well, that's what the recipe called for.
I know it does. And it also calls for 1/3 cup of water. But
Holy-
see, there's no way to get water in there. If it were,
What,
if it
I
were
should have
crumbly,
stopped. I should have stopped. I went too far.
when it was crumbly, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and it might have been the way you were doing it. But you know what I'm going to do?
Save me.
No, I'm going to I'm going to check the recipe one more time and see what we've got. See what happens.
And we're looking at the Julia Jacques book.
Oh, yep, my fault. 1 3/4 sticks, not cups. That was my mistake.
So what's the difference between
I
that?
misread. Well, 1 stick is a half a cup, and 3/4 of another stick is only 1/4 of a cup plus 1/8 of a cup. So it's only not even a full cup.
Oh, so are you trying to say the teacher screwed up?
The teacher screwed up.
Okay. So
How about that? So what
Can
we're
we
going to
rescue
do?
it?
No, we can't. No, you can't get the. If you can figure out a way to extract the butter from this flour right now,
I could get a job
you
somewhere.
could make a friggin' fortune.
Okay.
But
So-
we're going to start over.
What lesson did we learn from this,
We
Susie?
lessened. You know, in carpentry,
Yes.
the main theme in carpentry is what?
Measure once, measure twice, measure 3 times. And then call a friend who knows how to measure better than you.
Measure twice, right?
Yep.
And we should have checked the recipe again to make sure.
So let's just reiterate again. It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault. Congratulations.
For say, this, Ron.
This,
right.
I'm adding 1/4 cup of currants to this too. So this will be a multi-fruit galette.
You
And
could
then
just do an apple, but you're putting apricots,
apricots, rhubarb, dried cherries, and currants.
But
So
somebody
it's
who didn't
gonna
like
be
all that and just wanted something to
yeah,
just be
whatever
apple.
fruit you want. I mean, you could do.
I'm a fruit. Did you know that?
Do you use that term?
It's occasionally among friends.
Because fruit, I thought was real sort of an effeminate term.
No, I'm a fruit. I can be. See, when you see the sign that says fruit stand, I'm
Yeah.
a fruit stand.
You always stand up when you say
You
that?
pretty much, yeah.
God, it must be really hard in the car.
It is.
So let's
That's
see, we're gonna.
So 2 inches away from the edge, but as high
Yeah,
as...
kind of, yeah, as high as you want. I'm not going to use all that fruit because that's too much.
Did I tell you I was a fruit?
We're going to simply fold. I'm going to let you work on one side. I'll work on the other.
Okay. Is it a
We're gonna-
one-person job or are you just being nice to me?
No, I'm just being nice to you.
Okay.
We're going to fold this in just on the edge like that. And then when you come to a section like this, you just let it fold over itself. It gives it kind of a cool look, and it also is practical. You just don't want it to tear. Just like that.
Oops. But
Isn't that cool?
dough is very forgiving because you
It
can
is.
smush it.
Yes, exactly. This side of the baking sheet, the bottom. And that way we can slide it off onto the serving platter.
Do we not grease it?
No, this has got all that flour underneath it.
Oh, that's right, and it has 65.
Now this is where you want to get kind of assertive. You just gonna shove this in here really fast. Like
Whoa!
that. Ha! No wimps here.
Yeah.
And then I've got this scraper, which I can catch the last part of that from. And then just let it go into the side. So yeah, you just don't want to be timid.
Okay, now let's say that some people don't have these fancy pieces of huge spatula.
Then go buy one.
And we have one on sale called right now.
Because they really make a difference.
But they could use 2 spatulas.
You could use 2 spatulas, yes. You could use, you could use the bottom of a springform pan.
Okay.
If you have one.
Okay.
Anything that's flat that can help you lift that. The more flour you have underneath there, the easier it is to move.
Okay.
And you don't even have to lift this up now. That is a beautiful galette.